I took a run down Walker Road. I went past all the development, which, to be honest with you, is somewhat nightmarish. But regardless, I got some good samples from some interesting spots, a lot of rusty, funky soil. So we'll go ahead and pan this and see what we get, and then we'll end up in the spot where I don't have to go too far. Okay, so right now we're starting to pick up some gold. We got on soft bedrock layer, and we're starting to get gold like this. Really very clean and nice rounded flat flakes. Well, I'm not seeing any clay markers. Not for Amra and not for anyone else, but I'm guessing, gosh, you know, we can't be too far off. The map I looked at said it was a drive up and that there was a creek running through it. And I don't know, I see no markers of any kind. I see no private property signs. And this looks like good stuff here. You've got kind of a jumble, lots of bedrock all up and down this creek that parallels the road. And what I read, it was a drive up, and it wasn't too much further than when you cross Lynx Creek. So I suppose I'll go to work here. There's no clay markers of any kind, no private property signs, so I'll muck around here. It's a little bit easy because it's right by the side of the road, but I don't know, I found some pretty nice stuff along the side of a road, you know, in the past. Okay, I spoke to a local who lives further up the road, and he seems to think that I'm on the claim. We're pretty darn close to it, but regardless, I'm sure that this is the creek that runs through. You see how nice it looks. I mean, there's tons of bedrock. Doesn't mean anything. But so I'm digging until I hit bottom, and then I use my crevice tool in there. And you can see, and in the past it's probably flowed significantly more than it did even this year where we had good precipitation. And I'm digging in just any of these little crevices. I really like it when there's a bit of an overhang. I don't know, things tend to roll and kind of get sucked under there. Okay, so anyways, I've been exploring and just grabbing little samples and finding a little bit of gold here and there. None on what I suspect is the Amra claim. I'm gonna have to, I'll have to call them and speak with them. But there's a lot of these. I'm in the Banny mine area now, which is a good area. You can go work the tailing piles and you'll be able to scratch out some gold, maybe quite a bit if you can work hard. Okay, it's about 12 noon, 12:30, and I met this young guy out here from New York, and he wanted to find some gold, so I actually worked with him for a little bit. His name was Joel, and he was an excellent young person. And we had a pretty good time digging, and he got some decent gold. But regardless, most of this morning was driving around the backcountry and doing a little bit of sampling and that kind of thing. The gold we got is right there, and you can see it pretty clearly. All the pieces are clean, but one is like a little boulder right there, the two larger ones. The one on the right. But the gold is really clean. it's heavy. Most of it is a little bit rounded, and so, you know, we did reasonably well. Yeah, it was a really nice trip, and I got to work with someone who was new to gold, and they were out here from New York on their honeymoon, and I worked with him for about an hour before he had to go, and we got him a little gold. Some, you know, pretty pieces, kind of like the smaller ones in the pan here. So he got some nice stuff to bring home, and it was an enjoyable time. Alright, so this is the synopsis and the final tally for the 2-day trip. Most of it was spent doing a lot of driving and just looking areas over and picking up a sample here and there. However, on the second day, towards the end, I hit some bedrock down this road a ways, and that's where I got this very yellow, chunky gold, and I don't think it had traveled far. So this is the total. Let's see if I got it all. And this is the gold. You can see it. We've got some bigger pieces. We've got some chunkies that I think, okay, I could pick that one up. So it really wasn't a bad day. It was a bunch of tributaries and one little section of Lynx Creek. So that's what we got. And enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.